Hello GMAT aspirants, welcome to your channel GMAT by PW. This is your host for the day Rahul Batla. I'm a CAT 99.95 and a GMAT 780 scorer. Now, today we are going to talk about very interesting topic, and that is overlapping sets. You might be familiar with the other name as well, that is Venn diagram. Alright, so today our focus would be to cover all the questions and the concepts involved in two sets or overlapping sets that involves a Venn diagram revolving around the two sets. Okay, so by the starting of the session, right, we'll be dealing with the, I would say, introduction or the concepts involved in this particular chapter. And as the session will move on, we'll talk about some good problem solving questions. And by the end of the session, we'll also talk about some good data sufficiency questions. Right, so I would want कि आप ये सारे questions खुद से try करो, pause कर करके इनको देखो. अगर शुरू के questions आसान लगे तो skip by करो, but last के जो data sufficiency के दो questions हैं उनको definitely try करो. Alright, so let's begin today's game. Let's start with the overlapping sets. Now guys, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the introduction first, right? What is a set? How to construct a Venn diagram? How does it look like? Slowly moving to problem solving question, and then of course, as told, by the end, the data sufficiency brilliant questions. Alright. Now the point is, what is a set? Alright. Now basically, a set is nothing but a well-defined collection of objects. Alright. For example, if I say first 5 prime numbers. Now it's gonna be same for you, same for me. This is a set, a well-defined collection, right? For everybody on the earth, the first 5 prime numbers are going to be the same, given that he knows about the prime numbers. Alright? So this is a well-defined object which has a standard definition followed by each and everybody. On the other hand, मान लेते मैंने बोला top 5 actors of Bollywood. आपके लिए अलग होंगे, मेरे लिए अलग होंगे, X person के लिए कुछ अलग होंगे. So this best actors, this is not a well-defined collection, right? Now, when we talk about mathematics, we are going to deal about the sets which will have some particular number, right? For example, मैंने बोला एक set S, ऐसे करके लिखते हैं इसको, and then 1, 2, 7, 8 and 9. Now this is a set which contains 5 elements, which is 1, 2, 7, 8 and 9. अगर कभी ऐसे बोलता है n of s मतलब number of elements कितने हैं? ये हैं 5. Alright. Secondly, ये सेट और अगर मैं एक और सेट बनाऊं ऐसा जिसको मैं बोलूं 2, 7, 1, 9, 8 एग्जैक्टली सेम है. यहां और यहां में सिर्फ और सिर्फ अगर फर्क आ रहा है तो वो ऑर्डर का आ रहा है. सो इफ द ऑर्डर is changing, the set won't change, the set remains the same. The set only changes if either a new element adds in or an element is taken away from these particular elements, right? So one more thing to note, that the order in which the elements are listed उसमें matter नहीं करने वाला है. And then you have a subset. Now the point is, what is the subset? अगर आपने एक और सेट बनाया let us say A, और इसमें जो भी एलिमेंट्स हैं वो सारे एलिमेंट्स सेट S में बिलोंग करते थे, दैट मीन्स दिस इज अ सबसेट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सेट. ये पेरेंट सेट है और ये उससे बना एक सेट है. इस केस में हम बोलते हैं A इज अ सबसेट ऑफ S. राइट, सो दिस इज अ सिंबल. हालांकि दिस इज जस्ट बेसिक थिंग्स ताकि आप डिनोशन पढ़ के समझ पाओ अगर कभी कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए तो. राइट, आपके लिए काफी सिंपल है. इधर से अगर एलिमेंट्स सारे इसमें दिख रहे हैं तो फिर ये इसका सबसेट है. राइट, so this is how you represent a set or a subset or how you write it down. Clear? Take your time, read it, observe it. Once comfortable, then only move to the next slide. Okay. Now, the point is union and intersection. What do you mean by union and intersection? चलो, मानते हैं एक सेट हमारे पास है कुछ ऐसा 1, 2, 3, 4 and 8, और एक सेट है हमारे पास कुछ ऐसा 4, 7, 8 and 9. Then we have something called as A union B. So this symbol is a symbol of union, right? So A union B simply tells us कि this is nothing but a set और इसमें वो elements होंगे which either belongs to A or B. सो दिस इज बेसिकली और, ठीक है। तो अगर आप इसमें हो तो भी आप हमारे ए यूनियन बी में आ गए, इसमें हो तो भी ए यूनियन बी में आ गए, राइट। दैट मीन्स वी हैव 1 2 3 4 7 8 एंड 9। द पॉइंट टू नोट इज कि 1 2 जो है वो इसी में थे पर यहाँ पे बन गए, इसमें नहीं थे कोई बात नहीं, एक में होना चाहिए। और ऐसा भी नहीं है कि 8 दोनों में था तो दो बार लिखेंगे, वो आएगा एक ही बार ही, राइट। सो दीज आर द एलिमेंट्स विच वर सीन आइदर इन ए और इन बी। इफ दे वर सीन इन बोथ, we'll write it just once. Okay. Next, so this is your union. When I talk about intersection, right? Intersection means common part, all right? Or we can say A and B. So now you are looking for a set which contains the elements that are present in A as well as B, right? So now your element does not have a scope to be in just one of them. So if I talk about A intersection B, what I see is that 8 is the one which lies in both. 4 is the one which lies in both. So the answer is 4, 8. And this is our set A intersection B. Getting the idea? See the difference? Here you just have to be the part of one set. Here it is necessary for you to be the part of both the sets if you want to come in this particular set. This is called as intersection. So this is a symbol of intersection. Alright. Clear? Sometimes the question is also interested in finding out the sets which are available in A but they are not in B. So that is also called as sometime like this, A and not B. Not B means B dash. So I'm looking for those elements which are there in A but not in B. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 8. These were the elements which were in A. But I want only those which are not in B. So 4 and 8, they are available in B as well. So get rid of these two. So you will be reaching to this part. That is 1, 2, 3. These are the only three elements जो A में हैं but B में नहीं है. तो ये दोनों क्यों हट गए? क्योंकि ये B में थे. So this simply means 1, 2 and 3. You can find the questions just on this particular concept even in official guide. Let's try one of them. I'll get aside. This is the first question for you. You go ahead and try it on your own. Make sure you pause the video before you try it, right? Okay. I'm assuming that you have done it on your own and you have got the answer, right? Then only play the video. Just watching it like a movie won't, fulfill the purpose. Chalo. Hoping and assuming that you have done, I'll try this now. For two sets A and B, let A triangle B denote the set of the elements which belong to A or B but not both. Alright. Now this is not something which is a standard denomination or a standard definition. ये क्वेश्चन ने डिफाइन किया आपके लिए, तो ये मत सोचना कि बुक्स में तो ये पढ़ा ही नहीं था, ये सिंबल नया आ गया. He can define a function on the spot. Your task is to understand that function at that time, and according to that function you have to think. So what does this function say? This says that A triangle B simply represents the set of which kind of elements that belong to A or B. That means A union B, right? या तो में हो जाओ या तो B में हो जाओ, but not both. So now this is not A union B, this is A union B with a little twist. You have to look for the elements which are belonging to any of them, but then at the end get rid of those which were available in both, because I'm not looking for those elements. Now similarly has given me P, Q, R and S, then the number of elements in this. So we are not going to go directly attack this. First let's figure out this part. P triangle Q. So elements in P and Q but not both. So let's figure out what are the elements that are available in both. 2 and 3. These are the elements which are available in both. Let's get rid of that. So that means P triangle Q means 1, 4, 5 and 6. Because now only these are the elements which are available in either P or Q but not both. The one which were in both, we have got rid of them. Similarly, let's find out this guy, R triangle S. Find out which are common to both. That are the elements which I don't want. 1, that's not there in the both. 9 I see is there in the both. 2, 4, 10 not here. Perfect. So this simply means 1, 3, 7, 8, 2, 4 and 10. So now we have found out this one, we have found out this one. The question further wants this particular set, triangle this particular set. That means this set, triangle this set. So again, get rid of the elements that are available in both. What I see is 1, that's available in both. That is what I'm not looking for. 4, that is not I'm looking for. 5 and 6, that's not there. So now this will be the final set I have. 5, 6, 3, 7, 8, 2 and 10. Right? 5, 6, 3, 7, 8, 2 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So how many elements do I have in common? The answer is 7. Right? So idea was P triangle Q. We had 4 and 4, 8 elements. These 4 were not required. So we got down with 1, 4, 5 and 6. Similarly, here we had 1, 3, 7, 8 and 2, 4, 10 and 9 was not required. 1, 3, 7, 8, 2, 4, 10, 4 and 3, 7 elements. 4 elements. That means now 1 and 4 got rid away and we are left with this 2, these 4 and this 5, 7 elements. Now we got it. So they are pretty simple, but you have to just stay focused and don't be in a hurry to answer these. Right? So we have just taken care of some basic definitions, how the questions can be framed from the very basics. Now let's jump to the Venn diagram. Right? Now see what happens in the Venn diagram. Let us say I have a entire pool of students, right? Maybe a class, maybe a college, maybe a school, whatever, right? Now in that particular stage, there are some people who play cricket. So the people playing in cricket will be represented by this particular circle, right? And we'll be writing over here how many people play cricket. And then we have another circle. These are the people who play hockey, right? Now do you see there is a common area, right? This is the part, guys, where the people are playing cricket as well. These are the people who have chosen cricket as well as the people who have chosen hockey as well. So do you remember cricket and hockey? So this is C intersection H wala area. Okay. And then you have this as the entire students. Now if I call this region as 1, this region as 2, and let us say this region as 3 and this region as 4, right? In fact, let me just do one thing. Let's take away one line from here and write down 3 over here so that there is no confusion of 3 and 4. So C intersection H simply represents region 3. Can you think of what area is this 1? 1 is just this part. So it's not the cricket, because cricket is of course the entire orange circle. So if I talk about the region cricket, that's the orange circle. Orange circle means 1 plus 3. Similarly, if I talk about this guy, hockey, then hockey, of course, now you know, is not just the region 2. Alright, the hockey is not just the region 2. Hockey simply means the entire green circle. And the entire green circle represents 2 and a 3. This is also part of a green circle. The line goes from here. So अगर आपसे हॉकी की बात की जाए तो हॉकी represents 2 and 3. This is very important to understand the formula जो अभी आने वाला, नहीं तो रटना पड़ेगा. And then there is one more thing which we have understood, that was C union H, which was C or H. Either you play cricket or you play hockey. What are the regions we are interested in? This plays cricket, we are interested in this region. This plays both, we are interested in this region as well. हमें तो कोई भी एक चाहिए, यहाँ दोनों मिल रहे हैं, बहुत बढ़िया. And then these guys play hockey, so we are interested in this region as well. So 1, 2 and 3, we need all the 3 regions. So do you realize that this is the part which is the union part जो आपने पीछे सीखा है. This is C union H part. The entire yellow dashed lines, white dashed lines and blue dashed lines. Combination of these two circles, this is a union. Intersection is just the white hatch, which is 3. And then this area 4. These are the people which play nothing. Right? So they are not gonna play either cricket or hockey. Pause over here, observe. Very important. You should remember what each region represents in a Venn diagram. You should understand what is the region 1, what is the region 2. Many people make a misconception. They think that this is the people playing cricket. No, these are not the people playing cricket. Cricket is played by these guys as well, 3. These are the people with only cricket. So you should remember this also. If I say only cricket, then I am interested in region 1. Similarly, if you are interested in only hockey, then you are interested in region 2. Now this page is the entire theory. ये समझ गए तो सारे questions आप खुद कर लोगे without my help. Then there are some formulas, right? So once you're comfortable with this, then only move to the next part, right? So these are the regions which we have just understood. Let's understand some formulas now. These are the formulas. Make a list. This will be very handy, right? अभी आप इसको लिख सकते हो, याद कर लेना, अभी पेपर में लिख के इनको क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लेना, फिर देखेंगे. ठीक है, लिख लो. Okay, assuming that you have written it, right? Of course, one property is very visible. A union B or B union E means the same thing. You're choosing the people who either play cricket or hockey और cricket एक ही बात है. क्रिकेट और हॉकी की बात करोगे तब भी आपके तीनों रीजन्स आएंगे. हॉकी और क्रिकेट की बात करोगे तब भी तीनों रीजन्स आएंगे. Now, the other 3 formulas, A union B, A plus B minus A intersection B, only A minus A intersection B, only B, B minus A intersection B. I understand, might be little difficult to remember. But let's observe. Once we observe and derive the formulas, it becomes little easier, right? Let's have a look. First formula, A union B equals to A plus B minus A intersection B. Okay. Now remember what was A union B? A union B was this entire region, remember? Either you belong to this circle or you belong to this circle. In terms of the region names, we are looking for the region. Let's give them the name ABC, right? So that we don't get confused later on with the mathematical number. So right now we are interested in knowing the region A plus B plus C. This is our left hand side, yes. Now think, I want A in A union BC, right? A union B, I need the value of A. So what I did is, मैंने कहा let's bring in the set A, right? If I bring in the set A, what happens? A union B में आपको A चाहिए था, B चाहिए था, C चाहिए था. A को लिखते ही अपने साथ A कौन सा सेट लाए? क्रिकेट को अभी हम मान के चल रहे हैं ये A सेट है, ये मान के चल रहे हैं B सेट है. A अपने साथ लेके आता है A एज वेल एज B. हमें A B C चाहिए था, A और B साथ में ले आया है. करेक्ट? We wanted to write A plus B plus C because that was A union B. तो हमने कहा ठीक है फॉर्मूला बना दे. तो हमने कहा पहले A सेट लिखो. A सेट अपने साथ A और B ले आया. अभी C और चाहिए. हमें A और B तो मिल गए. ये आ चुका है, ये आ चुका है, पर अभी C चाहिए. C लिखने का एक ही तरीका था, ग्रीन सर्कल लिखो विच इज B. तो हमने कहा ठीक है प्लस B करते हैं. अब जब आपने प्लस B किया तो कौन कौन सा रीजन आया? सिर्फ C नहीं आया. C के साथ आपको एक B भी आ गया क्योंकि ग्रीन सर्कल लिया तो B आ गया. So do you notice that A union B is not A plus B? Because when we write A, we get a A and a B. When we write B, we get a B and a C. तो you notice कि ये B 2 बार आ गया. एंड हमें तो B एक ही बार चाहिए था क्योंकि A यूनियन B का मतलब A प्लस B प्लस C था. ये 2 बार तो काउंट करना नहीं था. तो हमने कहा we need to get rid of B. So let's get rid of this B. How will you get rid of this one B? Minus B वाला रीजन कौन सा है? A intersection B. यहां से ये फॉर्मूला बन गया. So now you have subtracted a B. This takes care of this. Now we are left with A, B and C. अब याद रहेगा. A brings in A and B brings in B and C has come twice, subtract it, right? The center part, the intersection part has come twice, subtract it. So that's our first formula, although when we'll put in the numbers, it will look very easier. But yes, when we'll be talking about data sufficiencies, तो ये होना चाहिए formula mind में, right? let's go ahead. When we talk about only A, that means only cricket, let us say we are talking about. So of course you are interested in only the region A. अब A लिखने के लिए आपने लिखा A, राइट, क्योंकि आपको कौन सा रीजन चाहिए था, A. जब आपने A लिखा तो आपको A के साथ कौन मिल गया, B. ये चाहिए नहीं तो माइनस कर दोगे A इंटरसेक्शन B, इजंट इट. इमेजिन जब आपने A लिखा तो आपको ये पूरा एरिया मिल गया, ये वाला भी और ये वाला भी. दिस एंटायर बिलोंग्स टू व्हाट, द ऑरेंज सर्कल ए. आपको सिर्फ ये चाहिए तो बी हटा दो. आपने ये इंटरसेक्शन वाला पार्ट हटा दिया एंड यू आर डाउन टू ओनली ए. सिमिलरली यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस पार्ट. अगर ओनली बी वाला रीजन चाहिए तो आप बी लिखोगे, बी के साथ कौन आएगा आपके पास, सी और बी, और ये आपने कर दिया माइनस का बी. ऑब्जर्व. So in that way you can remember the formulas. A union B is A plus B minus A intersection B. Only A is A minus A intersection B. Only B is B minus A intersection B. So that was all about the theory, and now it is the time when we start doing some questions. Let's have a look at first question. We'll do around 5 to 6, right? Let's go ahead. Try it out. Again, the same task. Pause the video. Try it on your own. Draw the Venn diagram. Try to solve it in the diagram. If you face any challenges, then only go to the formulas. Diagrams are way easier when it comes about two overlapping sets. In the next video, if you would like this video, let me know in the comments. मैं एक और वीडियो बना दूंगा 3 overlapping sets वाला भी, ठीक है? Okay, चलो, let's try. Question कह रहा है, say there are a total of 80 students in a school. Okay, so we have basically school, all right, and in this school we have 80 students. So this is our parent block. This is the school which has 80 students. Perfect. Now in a school of 80 students, 60 gave the math exam. Alright, so this white circle is of the math exam and these people are 60. Make sure that you don't write down 60 inside, outside. And 50 gave the English, right? So that means we have another circle of which 50 gave English. So English is 50. Right, again I'm not nagging here, right, because I don't know 50 are only English. There is a possibility some of them have taken both. If all gave at least one exam, that means here we have 0 people, because everybody did give one of the exam. So nobody is there who is not giving any of the exam. So either you belong to white bubble or a orange bubble or both. So in this case remember, अब अगर ये 80 स्टूडेंट्स थे और ये 0 हो गया है तो क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ कि A प्लस B प्लस C 80 रहा होगा, क्योंकि ये लोग तो कुछ है ही नहीं और A प्लस B प्लस C और कुछ नहीं है, क्या है, A यूनियन B. That means I know A union B is 80. So you can also remember that total number of students is equals to A union B if each belong to at least one set. यानी अगर वो क्वेश्चन आपको ऐसी स्टेटमेंट दे देता है, कैसी स्टेटमेंट, दैट इफ ऑल गेव एट लीस्ट वन एग्जाम, दैट मीन्स ये लोग 0 हैं, सारे के सारे लोग यही हैं. ओनली इन दिस केस टोटल कैन बी अज्यूम एज A union B. So now guys, we know A union B, that's 80. Okay, or rather let's write it down, math union English, right, because we have a math and English over here. So what do we have is math union English, that's total, which is 80. We know math is 60 and we know English is 50. Can we find out anything now? Can you find out anything else? The idea is yes, we can. We can find out this guy B. How? We have a simple formula, and that formula is something like this. A union B equals to A plus B minus A intersection B. This guy is 80. 60 plus 50 minus, let us call this as X. So X comes here, this 110 minus 80, that is 30. That means we know the region B. ठीक है, B लिख देते हैं इसको, easy हो जाएगा. So now we know that this region, ये जो B वाला region है, ये है 30, correct? And now you can find out this easily, क्योंकि ये सर्कल टोटल कितना था? ये सर्कल जो था कंप्लीट सर्कल 50 था, 30 ये वाला हिस्सा हो गया, तो 50 माइनस 30 ये 20 हो गया। सिमिलरली द वाइट सर्कल, ये लोग सब 60 थे, ये वाला पार्ट 30 है, बी वाला पार्ट, और मैथ वाला है क्या? ये ए प्लस बी तो है, बी वाला पार्ट 30, टोटल 60, तो ये कितना हो गया? 60 माइनस 30 यानी कि 30। द एंटायर वेन डायग्राम इज नोन एंड दैट्स इट। तो ओनली और ओनली बी का फॉर्मूला नहीं भी आता चलेगा, इंटरसेक्शन का आना चाहिए, ये सबसे काम का फॉर्मूला है। जैसे इससे 30 मिल गया, पूरा सर्कल 50, ये 30 तो ये 20, पूरा सर्कल 60 तो ये 30। नाउ वी कैन आंसर व्हाटएवर दे आर आस्किंग। व्हाट दे आर आस्किंग? How many students gave both the exams? How many students gave both the exams? These are 30. Alright? We are looking for both. दोनों होने ही चाहिए. Then how many students gave only one exam? Only one exam. Either they have given only math, that is 30. Or you are looking for the students who have given only English, that is 20. So there are total of 50 students who have given only one exam. अगर हाँ पूछ लेता only math वाले 30 बता दे, only English वाले 20 बता देते. I hope it is clear. So with the help of just Venn diagram, we can answer all the questions. I hope you could do it on your own. In case you have taken help, no problem. Let's try to do this one on our own. चलो इसको ट्राई करेंगे बिना मेरी हेल्प के। In this case, A union B is not total because here 10 students were absent and hence they have given no exam. तो यहाँ पे total A union B नहीं होने वाला है। चलो, hoping that you have tried it on your own. It's my turn now to attempt it. अभी भी नहीं किया तो पॉज कर लो दोस्तों, है ना? Say there are a total of 100 students in a school, all right? So this is our school and it has 100 students. Fantastic. Of the 100 students, 60 gave only math exam. Perfect. Okay, now be very careful. Here what they have given us is 60 gave only math. Do you see this word? So these are not the ones who are giving math exam. These are only math exam. So this is a math. What is the other exam? We have a English, right? So M and E. Now you are giving me that this guy is 60. Only math is 60. 10 gave both the English and math. So 10 is here. 10 students were absent and hence gave no exam. So this 10 lies over here, no exam. Find the number of students who gave English exam. So I'm looking for this number, right? Not this number. The question is not asking only English. Be very careful. These are the slight transition words which are playing with you, right? Only math or math is a different thing. Only English exam is a different thing. Question is asking us gave English exam. English entire circle, only English this. Both only math, math entire circle, total students giving no exam. So now guys, total is 100, right? We know that we have just 4 kind of regions. First region is this 60, second region is this 10, third region is this, let us say C, and fourth region is this, that is 10. So these are the total number of students. There is no other region. Don't say there is another region English. ये तो इन दोनों का ही क्लब है ना. Maths इन दोनों का ही एडिशन है. एक रीजन, दो रीजन, तीसरा रीजन, चार रीजन. इन चार रीजन में टोटल बच्चे बनते हैं, which is 100. C will simply come out 100 minus 80, that is 20. डायरेक्ट देखा जा सकता था. 60 70 80 बच्चे खत्म, 100 में से बचे 20. So this guy is 20. So how many people for English? 20 plus 10, that is 30. That's our answer. So simple as that, easy. You can easily handle it just with the Venn diagram. One more, a good one. Take your time on this one. Try to get this one correct. I'll get aside. Take your 2 minutes, pause and try. All right. Assuming that you have done it. Okay. If you've got the answer C, that's great. You are doing good. you have done one good levels question of overlapping sets Venn diagram. Here in a class of 80 students, roll numbered from 1 to 80. So what do we know by this statement? That we have 80 students in total. They are roll numbered 1 to 80. All even numbered students opt for physics. So physics we have all even number. So how many students for physics? Even number. That means divisible by 2, 80 by 2, 40. There will be 40 even numbers while counting from 1 to 80. Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8, dot, 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 dot. So multiples of 2 till 80, that is 80 by 2, that's 40. So physics, we have 40 students. That is what we know. And then the numbers are divisible by 5 for chemistry. So what happens with the chemistry, guys? Divisible by 5, right? And that simply means I'm looking for the numbers like 5, 10, 15, so on till 80. How many such numbers? 80 divided by 5, that means 16. 16 multiples of 5 will come. And that means we have 16 people who opted for chemistry. Fantastic. Now tell me, what will be the people who opted for physics and chemistry, or intersection simply? For physics, you need to be a divisible of 2, even number. For chemistry, you need to be a divisible of 5, divisible by 2, divisible by 5. That means these guys have both the characteristics. 2 भी है, 5 भी है. मतलब 10 है, 2 5 are 10. So divisible by 10, one way of thinking. और you think even number चाहिए, 5 का multiple चाहिए, तो even 5 का multiple 10, 20, 30, again multiple of 10. Getting the point? So either way, you will reach out to this part. These are the available options. Multiples of 10, 2 का डिविजल, 5 का डिविजल, 2 5 जा 10 का डिविजल, सिंपल, कीप इट सिंपल. तो ये 8 हो गए, 80 by 10, राइट? 80 में 10 के मल्टीपल दोनों गए, 80 by 10 8. So that means this region is 8. Fantastic. Now you can find out everything. Total 40, here we have 8, so these are 32 guys. Total 16, here we have 8, these are 8 guys with only chemistry. 32, 40, 48, total 80. So these are 80 minus 48, that is 32 guys having nothing. Alright. What does the question ask? Find the number of students who chose none. 32 guys chose a none. Simple. Got it? Easy. That's it. So you have tried some good problem solving questions as well, and the Venn diagram and the formulas A plus B minus A intersection B. Time to jump to the last section of today's lecture, and that's the data sufficiency problem. So what I want from your end is, now do definitely pause the videos and try it on your own. Many of you know that data sufficiency is a little troublesome. Here we don't have to actually go ahead and find the exact value, but rather we are understanding, or we try to take care of which data is sufficient or which is not to answer the question. Some of you might be not knowing, right, what are the options like. So I'll tell. Option A says first is sufficient and second is not sufficient to answer the question. B says second is sufficient, first is not sufficient. C says first not sufficient, second not sufficient, and when you club, they are sufficient. D says both individually are sufficient to answer the question. And E says even if you club, then also they are not sufficient. So individually, definitely they are not sufficient. You can make a note of that. Okay. And if you have no slightest clue of what a data sufficiency question is, I would recommend that first, right now, just go back, understand what a data sufficiency question is, then come back to this, but do attempt it. Don't miss it. They are two good questions. So these are the options. Let's try. This is your question statement. These are the two option statements. You need to tell me which one of them is sufficient alone, or maybe if they are together sufficient. Okay. Draw the Venn diagram. Try to observe. Your standard approach should be first resolve the question, then give the chance to statement 1 or statement 2, whichever you like, and then give to the other one. And if both of them individually fail to answer the question, then only club. Before giving them the chance alone, don't combine them. Otherwise, you will fall in the trap. And that's true for each and every data sufficiency question. Order should be always like statement 1, 2 and clubbing or 2, 1 and clubbing. That's up to you. If you like कि second आसान है तो second को पहले try कर लो, but उसको last में ही करना है, otherwise सबका आंसर सी आने लगेगा. चलो assuming आपने ट्राई किया है तो अब मैं करता हूँ फिर, बट ऑफ कोर्स मान के चल रहा हूँ कि आपने ट्राई किया है. ठीक है, अभी भी नहीं किया तो आई एम अगेन वंस अगेन असाइड, pause and do try it. Can a survey of 200 college graduates. Okay. 30% said that they had received student loans during their college careers, and 40% said that they had received scholarship. Perfect. So what do we know is that a total of 200 students were there. There is a game about loans, and then we also have some scholarships. What we know is that 30% they had the student loans. So this is 30%. Not only loans, loans wale. 40% said that they have received the scholarships. Perfect. So these guys are 40%. So these are the two things which we already know as per the question statement. What percent of those surveyed said that they had received neither student loans nor scholarships? So we are interested in this area. Okay. And for that, this is very, very important. एक बार ये आ गया तो ये 30% है, ये आ गया तो फिर ये भी आ जाएगा 30% माइनस दिस, फिर ये भी आ जाएगा 40% माइनस दिस. एक बार ये तीनों आ गए तो 200 में से तीनों सब्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएंगे और ये आ जाएगा. दैट मीन्स आई ऑलरेडी नो, दैट इज इन माई माइंड दैट आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस रीजन. अगर ये रीजन आ गया, आपने पीछे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चंस में भी देखा कि ये आ जाता है तो फिर ये दोनों निकालने बहुत ईजी हैं एंड हेंस ये निकालना. So before even jumping to the statements, I have my mind clear. I'm more interested in this. If I get this, I'm done with everything. So no solving required, just the aptitude thinking required. Time to jump to the statement 1. This much we already know from question. 25% of those surveyed, 25% of total, said that they had received scholarship but not loans. That means this is 25%. You have got the scholarships but not loans. Ultimately, this helps me finding this, isn't it? Because I know that total you were 40% with the scholarships, 25% lies here, so this is 15%. And now once this is known, this is 30% gone, 15%, this is 15%. 25, 40, 55, this is 45%. Data clearly sufficient. I can calculate 45% of 200. Make sure मैं calculate करता भी ना, मैं यहीं पे दिख गया था, मुझे ये आ गया, मुझे पता है अब गेम खत्म है. So this is just to show you कि देखो पहुंच पा रहा हूँ. Next time मेरे को ये आ गया, मैं यहीं रुक जाऊंगा. I'm not gonna waste my time. The data is sufficient. The first alone is sufficient. It worked. So now the answer is either going to be A or D, because these are the only two statements which says first alone is sufficient. Check. All of these says first alone is not sufficient. So as soon as you get the first sufficient, you are just down to two options. तो अब अगर तुक्का ही मारना है, आगे नहीं भी हुआ तो 50% chances to get the question correct. Let's jump to this one. 50% of those surveyed who said that they had received. चलो इसको देखते हैं, पहले एक बार डायग्राम दोबारा बना लेते हैं. So what we had is, we had 200 students and then we had the two Venn diagram, this for loans, this for scholarship. What already was given to us was 30% and 40%. We know we are more interested in this. ये आ गया तो सब आ गया. There are 50% of those surveyed who said that they had received loans. So out of these guys, ये जो 30% लोग थे, इनमें से 50% of not the total, those surveyed who said they had received loans. तो 50% मतलब होता है आधा, हाफ, राइट, आधा और हाफ. तो हाफ ऑफ दोज who said we have received loans, इनका आधा कितना हो गया 15%. तो ये 15% कह रहे हैं that they had received scholarship. That means they have given us that this is 15%. He's saying कि half of these guys who told that they have got loans, half क्यों 50%, have also said that they had received scholarship. So this is 15%, half of this. Game over. So once I know this, you know I can calculate this, I can calculate this, and hence this in the same manner. So this alone is also sufficient. Both alone became sufficient. So this goes away. The answer is D because A says second alone is not sufficient. We are down to this part. Both alone are sufficient. Got it? How to attempt the data sufficiency? It's not about solving. I know both of them are sufficient and I did not even calculate for the one what was the exact number. I'm not here to calculate. My job is not calculating over here. My job is here to just tell you which one of them is sufficient and which one is not. Fine, fantastic. Let's jump to the next question, guys. Have a look at this one. Try. This is a good one. You should pause and definitely try. Interesting scenario, interesting language. Do try. So here, if you have got the answer C, that's great. Let's check. Still, if you have not tried, now you know the answer. Try to prove the answer. That is also one way of learning. Okay. Now I'm gonna try it, assuming you have done it. If not, you have the option, you have that long key in your laptop or desktop spacebar. Press it, pause it. Do try, guys. Do try. That's the way you learn. You just not learn by watching and doing. Chalo. Current in a class where students were given the option to play either choose photography or right. So this play, you can get rid of this word. To either choose photography or painting as their proficiency. The number of members of photography greater than the number of members of painting. All right. So the question is asking us that is photography greater than painting? And of course, we can see that there is no data given to us, neither the total people, neither any person of the photography, neither any person of the painting. So difficult to where from start from. Of course, I'll jump from here. Now, what I can do? I have nothing to explore over here more. This is what he's asking me. First stage of the number of photography of the members of photography, 20% are also members of painting. All right. Trying statement one. So now see guys, of course we have to play percentage, right? If this is photography and this is painting, अब देखो आपको क्या निकालना है? आपको निकालना है of these members of photography 20% are the members of painting as well. So इसका 20%, total of this photograph का 20%. So assume this to be 100x, right? ताकि 20% निकालना आसान रहेगा. अब 100x का 20% हो गया 20x. So of these members of the members of photography, यानी of these 100x members, 20% यानी कि 20x are also members of painting. So this is 20x. That means this is 80x. But I know nothing about painting. How can I tell that this 80x plus 20x is greater than this part or not? Because I know nothing about this, isn't it? I know the total here is 100x. Let us say this tomorrow comes out to be as 90x. Now this is 110x. And hence this becomes less than this. And if tomorrow it turns out to be, let us say 70x, now this total will be 90x, now this will be greater than this. So I have no clue, I need to know this area. So clearly so far with the statement 1, the data is not sufficient, this alone failed, because this number is the key, because painting is this plus this. Oh, we are missing on this number. Let's jump to the statement 2 when 1 has failed. Time to move towards 2. Let's go. Again, we have the two overlapping sets. One is this, another is this. this is photography, and this is painting. Remember this approach. This is a beautiful one, assuming the number to be 100x to get away from the fractions. Now, of the members of painting, now again assume this 100y. Why not 100x? Because we've already assumed this. One variable has been taken away. So, assuming this as 100y, 30% of what? 30% of these members, yani 30y. 30y are also photography. So out of this 100y, 30y are also photography. पेंटिंग के तो थे ही, क्योंकि ऑफ किन मेंबर्स की बात कर रहे हैं? ऑफ द मेंबर्स ऑफ पेंटिंग. तो पेंटिंग उनमें है ही, जैसे इनमें फोटोग्राफी था ही. इनमें 20% में पेंटिंग भी था, और इन पेंटिंग वालों में 30% में फोटोग्राफी था. ये 30y हो गया. So this is 70y. Can we tell photography greater than or less than painting? No. सेम लॉजिक. यहाँ पे ये मिसिंग हो गया था, यहाँ पे ये मिसिंग हो गया था. अब अगर ये 70y से बड़ा है तो ये जीत जाते, नहीं तो ये जीत जाते. सो नाउ दिस अलोन इज ऑल्सो नॉट सफिशिएंट. ए खत्म, बी खत्म, डी खत्म. अब बात आएगी क्लब करने की. अकेले अकेले तो फेल हो गए. अब गेम है कि या तो क्लब करके हो जाएगा या क्लब करके भी नहीं होगा. लेट्स चेक. हैव अ लुक. नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट डू वी नो. वी आर क्लबिंग द स्टेटमेंट्स. That means we can write down this entire thing as it is. We have taken care of this as well. So this is 100x. This is 80x. This is 20x. Talking about this one, this is 70y. This is 100y. And this is 30y. We are interested in knowing that what is greater, 100x or 100y. So we are interested in knowing that whether x is greater than y or not. ये हमारा काम है. What do we have? This particular region is the key. Most of the time this A intersection B becomes the key, not in just the problem solving but here as well. Now, this region is 20x, also 30y, we know it. Because statement 2 ने बताया कि 30y था, statement 1 ने बताया 20x था. That means what we know is 20x equals to 30y. Or we can simply say that x upon y is equals to 3 upon 2. Do you see it? 0 से 0 कटा, y इसके नीचे आ गया, ये इधर चला गया. x upon y अगर 3/2 है तो कौन बड़ा है? Well, obvious. It simply means if y is 2 then x is 3, isn't it? X upon y is a fraction which is greater than 1. That means x is greater than y. Another way to say it. Or you can directly assume अगर x 3 है तो y 2 है. इनका रेशियो 3:2 है तो 3 बड़ा बड़ा. तो yes, x is greater than y, and yes, 100x is greater than 100y. I can tell you this, isn't it? And if this is true, that means photography is greater than painting. Now I know it. So once you club it, the data becomes sufficient. The answer is C. अगर अब मिला के भी नहीं होता तो आंसर हो जाता E. Got it, guys? So that is it. What we have done today is the overlapping sets, understanding the meaning of the set, understanding Venn diagram, how it looks like, how to draw a Venn diagram, what are the various regions of diagram, and what to mark where. Remember the formulas, write them in the white sheet. You should keep them in mind. Ultimately, A union B is A plus B minus A intersection B. Only A is A minus A intersection B. Only B is B minus A intersection B. And you did notice the most important formula which we used in doing all these 5 to 6 questions was just one. A union B is equals to A plus B minus A intersection B. The rest too, about the only and only B, we never actually applied, or rather we did apply using the Venn diagram, right? We solved it using the Venn diagram. We also understood how to approach the data sufficiency questions in the two overlapping sets Venn diagram. Make sure that you go through this video again in case you struggled, and do try the questions on your own, pausing the video, right? Not only you have just crammed the formula, you have also understood those formulas, and they'll be very handy when we'll be talking about 3 overlapping sets. Okay, so today 2 overlapping sets in Venn diagram. If you liked the video, if you're looking for more such content, you can let us know. Mention in the comment. I'll create another video of 3 overlapping sets and Venn diagram. Okay. So guys, cheers and all the best. Keep learning, keep enjoying these sessions. We'll keep bringing you with, we'll keep bringing we'll keep bringing you these kind of sessions more and more to help you out, right? And ace GMAT with the flying colors. See you very soon. Take care. All the best. Cheers.